Hey guys, Toast here. Today we're going to review and discuss the Automatico M1918, a submachine gun available for 200 war bonds per variant for the Assault class in Battlefield 1. We'll discuss the stats of each of the different variants, attachments, the situations in which the weapon excels, and some tips when playing with this particular weapon. The Automatico M1918 comes in 3 different variants: Factory, Storm, and Trench. The 3 variants share most of their base stats in common. All 3 variants have the same maximum damage of 23 and minimum damage of 12. This is the single lowest minimum damage of all SMGs. They all have the same damage drop-off, featuring maximum damage out to a mere 6 meters, and then slowly tapering off to their minimum damage at 43 meters. This means that they're all 5-shot body shot kills up to 6 meters, dropping off to 9 shots from 43 meters on. This also means that at range, the Automatico will take at least 1 bullet more to kill than all other SMGs. The rate of fire is truly where this weapon shines, at a class-topping 900 rounds per minute, compared to the next highest rate of fire SMG, which is the Hellriegel at 650 rounds per minute. The Automatico has a very low muzzle velocity though of only 380 meters per second, which is on par with that of the Hellriegel, but significantly lower than that of the MP18 or Arabian. Each variant has 25 rounds available prior to needing to reload, and is reloaded with a single magazine, taking 2.1 seconds to reload with at least 1 bullet remaining, and 2.8 seconds when fully empty. This puts the short reload on par with most other SMGs, paired with one of the fastest long reloads. The differences between variants come into play with the spread and recoil. The factory variant boasts the best recoil decrease, first shot recoil multiplier, and spread decrease, making it the best option if you plan to do a lot of burst firing. The Storm variant, as with other Storm variants, has the lowest recoil at a roughly 40% lower vertical recoil and 30% lower horizontal recoil than the other 2 variants. The Trench variant, as we've seen with other Trench variants, is going to have the lowest hipfire spread, boasting around a 33% lower spread than the other 2 variants. Unlike the other SMGs offering multiple variants, all 3 variants of the Automatico have the exact same attachments. All 3 variants have iron sights only, featuring 2 different types of iron sights, both standard and peep sight. All 3 variants have magnifications of 1x up to 2x, you can attach a bayonet for melee kills, and you can select the weapon's recoil direction, either center, left, or right, whichever is going to help you best control the weapon. The Automatico M1918 is the undisputed king of close range when it comes to SMGs. The extremely high rate of fire means that the weapon is capable of outputting some of the highest damage per second in the game. With that said, the damage drop-off starts really early on at only 6 meters, which, compounded with the high recoil and small magazine, makes the weapon less effective at medium range than other SMGs and practically worthless at long range. Stick to small maps or maps with a lot of tight corners and compressed corridors, and you'll find that it's quite easy to dominate with this weapon. While all 3 variants of this weapon are quite similar statistically, they do each have a specialized purpose. The Trench variant is going to be the obvious choice if you plan to do a lot of hip firing, as it has the most favorable hipfire spread, which even at medium range is still quite accurate. If you plan to do sustained fire while aiming down sight, the Storm variant should be your go-to, as it's going to give you the most control over the weapon, giving you the best chance of keeping your target in your sight. If, however, you anticipate that you may want to go for some targets that are further away and plan to do a bit of burst firing, the Factory variant is going to be the most beneficial with its low first shot recoil multiplier, recoil decrease, and spread decrease. That said, where other SMGs like the Arabian and Hellriegel are actually viable options at long range, do not, under just about any circumstance, think that you're going to find success if you're trying to go for long range targets with the Automatico. The weapon's low minimum damage, high recoil, and really unfavorable damage drop-off make for a really bad experience when going after any target that's further than about 35 meters, and is almost certainly going to guarantee that the enemy gets a kill on you unless you've managed to find a target that's almost completely oblivious to their surroundings. While the rate of fire is really excellent for this weapon and provides you with amazing damage output, it also means that you're going to find yourself going through the ammo in each magazine very quickly. While it only takes a portion of the magazine to get a kill, I recommend trying to go into every fight with a full magazine loaded whenever possible. You want to make use of the high rate of fire with this weapon as much as you can, and you'll definitely be hindering yourself by choosing not to go in with every bullet available. Because you'll need to be reloading pretty frequently, and because of the ideal range of this weapon, you're going to want to have a sidearm that you're comfortable using, since there will be times where you'll be caught in a reload, and times where you'll be engaged outside of your ideal range. I personally prefer the Gasser M1870 when using the Automatico because despite having a really long reload, the Gasser can usually do any final damage to a wounded target in a single shot, and it also has a high minimum damage to give you a better edge for long-range targets that you're unable to avoid. Now I want to know how you feel about using the Automatico M1918. Do you like the weapon and feel it's viable? Or do you feel that there are other weapons that may be a better choice for the assault class? Let me know in the comments. If you liked the video, please leave a like, and if you want to see more content, please subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, this is Toast, and I'll talk to you soon.